welcome back to the video of Dead by Anniversary. My name is Cubeproductions. Today we're using Scroll Merchant as always, using Fear Monger, building trimmers, Dead Man Switch, and make your choice. Loose screw and broiler generator. That way we can stop all people who want to use the perk made for this. That perk is absolutely broken and definitely not balanced. Without further ado, let's get to the game so we can show how great this build is. Okay, we're playing on the area of Crows. This is a really interesting map because personally, I don't hate this map. I love how it looks, and I'm glad they kind of changed it to make it a tiny bit smaller. But the only problem I have with this map is I hate going to the main building because it's just kind of a boring place that's unfun. Unless you're playing Survivor, of course. And then the other parts of the map are just a little too big. That's the only thing about the map I don't like. It's just main building sucks, and other parts of the map are a little too big. But other than that, it looks amazing and different things like that. I like it. But anyway, like usual, I'm gonna put my drone on the top floor of this building. That way they have to go to the top floor in order to deactivate it so they can actually do that gen. Break that wall, because that wall is really annoying. And we're gonna continue trying to chase down these survivors. I see two people, so I'm gonna go after both of them. Now notice this game is extremely long. You'll see why as you continue watching. But basically, the survivors were not trying to let me play the game. They were like generators only, and I'm like, I get it. So as a result, I had to use my Scroll Merchant branding power and try and stop the gens as much as possible, which is not that hard to do with Scroll Merchant, but at the same time, it is. Because this build I use is a build that helps to stop gens. I'm gonna break that pallet using my second energy, the anniversary power. Swing through that pallet, don't care, and hit the girl because she was trying to go back and try and vacuum the pallet, and I'm like, no. Golden Trimmer is gonna block every gen besides the two gens that those people were working on. And we're gonna hook them, and notice how it's already been, let's see, 1 minute into the game, and two gens are already done. That's what I mean when I say they're doing gens kind of fast. It was just really hard for me to actually do anything in the first beginning of the game. That's why I do recommend sometimes using the perk Lethal Pursuer. What that perk does is that for the first 9 seconds of the trial, you can see the aura of all survivors. And then any time an aura would happen, it will last 2 seconds longer, which is really cool. But the main reason why I would use it is because of the fact that I want to know where the survivors are so I can know what gens to start at. I know where to start. I should go over here because this is where they spawned at. But right now I have not been using the Pursuer as much because the perk is amazing. It's not really worth running in my opinion just for that one reason. Or just for the reason to make my add-ons last longer. It just, nah, I'd rather not do it. Break this wall because this building is really annoying and everything on this map is just bad for the killer. And also, I imagine playing Trapper on this map. I could not do that. That's literally impossible because this map has no grass and it's gonna be like it's basically impossible for the Trapper to do anything. So that pallet is going to drop down. I'm gonna break it with my second energy and hit this girl because of the fact that I want to make sure that I can get everyone injured if possible. If you look, she gets stuck by the way. And then also Jeff is has a claw trap on him, so I can definitely locate where he is. But first I'm going towards this gen because I know that Jeff's on it. I had a feeling. Keep this gen, activate that drone, and put a drone on that gen once I get a drone. I'm going to pick up this girl, but I'm going to wait because Jeff's going to come back. I'm thinking Jeff is going to try and stun the pallet, but no, he just cares about the generator. He don't even care about his teammates. He purposely is not trying to run the, what's it called, drone radius for no reason. I'm going to go after Jeff instead of the girl on the ground because if I go after Jeff, then the girl on the ground will be saved by someone else, and there'll be two people not on gens, Jeff dying, and then probably one more person on the gen. I'm going to hook Jeff over here, but there's a really far away hook, and I was like, well, it's the only place I can hook him at, so I gotta go over here. I kind of wish the game spawned me a hook actually on the other side of the building, but for some reason the game was like, ha, no. Golden Trimmer is going to block every gen. Now, if you notice in my video, I've been using a lot of those same combos, Golden Trimmers and Dead Man Switch, because they help stop gens that survivors are working on. But I have another build coming. This build that I believe, I always say it when I make a video because I like experimenting with different builds of Scroll Merchant because I read a post. Someone was saying that Scroll Merchant is one of the better M1 killers, which she is. Because she is an M1 killer, but she has the power to instant down people and locate them really well. And block generators, so doing all that at once while all being an M1 killer is really good. So because of that reason, of course she does on the pallet, like I didn't already hit her. So So because of that reason, Storm Merchant is able to use a variety of different builds. Builds that focus on gens, builds that focus on M1ing, builds that focus on whatever, because she's just so good at doing, she's pretty good at being an M1 killer. As a result, I made a build that is really, really good at actually stopping generators, because 2 really good perks that help stop gens, and then I have a really special perk that no one ever uses. But you'll see in the future videos, I have like 15 games of just save, and I was on a win streak, by the way. I know it's kind of hard to believe because I don't stream. So if I was streaming, y'all saw me win, y'all would be like, okay, I believe he's on a 10-game win streak. But when I didn't say the words, I was on a 10-game win streak, y'all probably not gonna believe me. Even though I did have someone in my comments, I believe in Oni or something like that. He's talking about how he was on a win streak, and I definitely believe him. And I was on a win streak too. It is kind of funny because I don't normally go on win streaks like that, because something stupid happens, like survivors gen rush me or they just outloop me, so I don't have the ability to use Storm Merchant's power very well. But in this situation, oh no, I did really well. No, kick this gen. And if you heard that noise, that means that Jeff is exposed, saying to make your choice. I didn't really get that much make your choice value out of this game, by the way, because this map is not bad. At least I don't think it's that bad, but it is pretty big, so it's kind of hard to tell where people go or where they are. I'm going to upload that drone, and then I noticed that, I believe that's Michaela? That could be wrong. Someone is, not Michaela, I lied. Someone is definitely on one of my drones, but they're oblivious thanks to my green add-on. That's the main reason, not the main reason why, but that's one of the reasons why I use green add-on. It's just so good. I've actually went games where I don't use the add-on, and it just feels like a whole different playstyle, because when you don't use the add-on, survivors can easily tell when you're coming back, and that's really, really annoying. So because of that reason, I use Brown Noise Generator on purpose. She uses her power to get a pallet down, but ends up throwing it immediately, and then I wasn't even over there. And I love the anniversary pallets because of the fact that the second they go down, they break. So you can just wait for her to throw it, and then once she throws it, it's gonna break instantly, and then you can just kill her. Really, really good. I'm going to put a drone out in the basement, but there is no basement, so I have to put the drone up here. Make them go on the second floor, try and activate it. Now notice right now, this is the reason why the game takes so long. This is the point in the game where basically I have this kind of 3-gen. I have a 4-gen technically, but I have a 4-gen, and the survivors are just trying to do the 4-gen, and I'm not letting them do it because I know if I let them do it, I'm going to lose. And that's literally how you play killer. Not even a Storm Merchant thing, it is a killer thing. I was in a really bad spot because the generators were really spread out as they should be, and then they did all the gens that were far away. So now when I'm trying to do a gen, now I'm trying to do gens that are close to me, and I'm not going to do that. So she's gonna run to the main building. I'm going to chase her because Kate is really, really annoying and keep trying to do the gen. But I go back because I feel like one of the claw traps that I have on someone will go off eventually. So I can put a drone over here. But sadly, none of them go off yet. So now I have to figure out where everyone is. I know someone on the far gen all the way over there, and there's 2 people in the main building. I don't care if the main building generator gets done, because it is technically the personally the main building is really annoying anyway, so I don't want to go in there if I don't have to. And the second reason is because of the fact that the main building generator hasn't been touched yet. It's going to take a while for them to do it. So I definitely have time, and I can just let them do that while I do anything else. I was going to hook her in the basement because of the fact that I didn't want to hook her in the basement because I knew my drone go away. So I'll try to hook her over here, but I believe it's too far away, so I'm not going to hook her. But I think I just had just enough time, and she's dead on hook. So now we have a 4-gen still, and that's why I use that man switch. So now both these gens are blocked, and I can put a drone on them, and I can just walk away. Like I told y'all, I knew they were going to do the main building gen, but it doesn't really matter if they do the main building gen or not, because of the fact that there's this thing called generator at 0%, and if there's generator at 0%, I don't have to worry about it. I don't even know why I put a drone, honestly, on this gen, because of the fact that no one's even touched it once. So there's not really a point in me putting a drone there, but I did anyway. Now here comes Jeff over here doing this gen on the far, super far away. Now at this point, I can either let the generator super far away get done, or I can let the generator that's in the main building get done. Doesn't really matter which one I do. I'm going to, of course, try to stop both of them if possible. But what I mean is, if I had to pick between which generator I want them to do, I would probably pick the main one. just because of the fact that I hate the main building gym so much. Like trying to chase people in this building is not fun. I'm not going to do it. They did go upstairs. They have like 3 safe pallets. And then I have to break the pallets if I want to play the game, and then I gotta go back downstairs. There's a lot going on. So this girl is going to try and be outside of my drone radius, which is very smart because she'll be exhausted. If she has made for this, then I can't actually chase her. Well, I can, but it'll be hard to chase her because she'll be 3% faster. Now, there's one thing I noticed when it comes to the perk made for this. I believe made for this is a really broken and strong perk. But there's one thing I noticed when I was playing Dead by Daylight. I don't break the pallet, by the way. Skull Merchant moves 3% faster when there's one person inside of her drone radius, which means if a survivor has made for this, which they always do, I still move just as fast as them. So because of that reason, it doesn't matter if they have made for this or not, because I'm gonna always move just as fast as them. Which is really funny. I was gonna give up the chase on her, but then I saw her again, so I chose to go after her. But now that I know that there's no one really on these gens, I'm going to go after her. Or break the pallet using my psychic energy. Energy is another pallet over here because pallets never end on this map. But I'm going to mind game her and let her try and vault the pallet. But instead she just continues running. Doesn't vault it. I was so mad. And the only reason why I kept chasing her is I knew I had enough time to chase her and they still were going to be able to do any gens. But then I look on my radar. Realize that they're both on gens. I'm going to try and stop them. One girl isn't on any gen and the other one is. And Jeff's on the gen, of course, over here. He's always on the gen. So I'm going towards Jeff. And he knows I'm coming because he can hear my terror radius. He's not oblivious. There was a drone over here, but the oblivious timer's already gone. This gen's probably like a 60%-ish. Kick this gen. I can't put a drone up here for some reason. There we go. Drone, please. Thank you. It was in my animation. That's why it looks so weird. Put a drone up. Now I'm going to go back to over here because I know that the survivors like doing this gen. And now we have a 3 gen. And we have no one dead on hook, actually. Well, we have one person dead, but I don't think we have anyone dead on hook yet. I think Jeff got hooked 1 time, I believe, so he had to get hooked 2 more times. Then Jeff is going to almost get exposed. I don't know why he even decided to stay in the drone radius that long. And then I realized that Michaela, I believe her name is going to go back towards this drone, so I know that she is probably doing that gen behind me because she's always in that gen behind me. But actually, she's not. She's on the generator all the way over here next to the shack. So because of that reason, I have to go back over here and try and stop this gen. But luckily, they weren't even on the gen. They just kicked the gen. I mean, they tapped the gen on purpose. That way they wouldn't have to, they wouldn't regress anymore. And they ran away. But it's really funny. Now I could use my tracker and just figure out exactly where she is. You know, I saw the scratch marks. And she went towards the, shack. But I was hoping that she would continue running. But she decided to stay over there with the time. I mean, this game is really weird because basically it's just me trying to figure out where the survivors are and trying to protect all these generators at the exact same time. My claw trap goes away, so I can't let her vault the pallet, but it won't break anymore. But I'm gonna chase her and go to the main building. I don't know why I swim right here, honestly. Then she blocks the generator. I mean the vault for some reason. I don't know why I did that because I wasn't gonna go over there anyway. I'm going to fake, and she's going to vault. Thank the Lord. She's gonna vault back. It gets blocked by the entity, but then she has the pallet right here that she's not gonna throw down. Thank the Lord. And she's gonna continue running over here, but no one's on gen, so I now have the ability to just chase her. And I don't really care about the gens right now because I know she is running away from all the gens, which is really annoying. But at that same time, I don't really care because I know that no one can do gens without being exposed from my drones. So I'm just going to let them do the gens. Kate is going to get rid of her, get rid of one of my drones and have a claw trap on her. But I know Jeff's on the other one because I just saw the drone move for a second. So Kate's right here. I'm gonna kick this generator and then gonna run away. She's already off the gen up when I'm doing this. I know it looks kind of boring, this playstyle I have, but this is how you. I'm not gonna say this is how you play the game, but in a situation like this, you have a few options. You can either let them do gens for free, or you can try and stop them. And every killer has a different way of stopping them. Skull Merchant's way of stopping them is just kick gen, drone up, find where they are. If you can't do the last step, that's the hard part. Finding where they are is the hard part. That's why in the next build I use, I have a perk that lets me find them really easily. Now Jeff's gonna keep running. And then I'm gonna hear my drone go off, so I know that Michaela's over here. So I'm gonna go after Michaela. And she runs somewhere. And then I lose where she is, because I don't know where she went. But my claw trap goes away, and I realize that Kate is slowly being exposed, but she gets out the drone ready before it exposes her. I am gonna put a drone back over here. Michaela gets the claw trap, so I know Michaela's over here next to this gen. So I'm going to try and grab her if I can. And lo and behold, I grab her. So now Michaela's gonna be dead because I'm gonna hook her in the basement. And I didn't put a drone down this time, so there's no drone gonna go away. So after about 10 minutes of doing absolutely nothing and trying to protect the gens, we finally get someone down. And then of course throwing trimmers activates and blocks every gen. That's another reason why I use throwing trimmers, and I don't really regret getting rid of it in the next build, because the next build I use, this is so good. But that's the only problem with throwing trimmers. Like, when you're in a 3-gen situation, throwing trimmers is so good because you can down someone, quickly pick them up, and then just stop every generator on the map from being used, which is really good. So the girl on the hook is gonna die because she's like, okay, I'm done playing this game. I can't beat this skull merchant. And I'm like, you cannot. You are correct. I am the best. So she's dead. Now we all have to do is Jeff and Kate, the last 2 survivors. All we have to do is figure out where they are, but the problem is I don't know where they are. So we're gonna keep looking. My drones are gonna deactivate, but then I look over here and I realize that Kate ran over here, and I believe Kate did this on purpose. That way she could try and like make Jeff do gens. Because you think about it, if all you have to really do to stop a skull merchant from protecting generators is just run away from the gens and let her chase you. So because of that reason, all I have to do is just try and down this Kate, who's gonna put down that pallet, by the way. He's gonna run though. Then I realize that Jeff is on the generator all the way in the top left, I believe. So because of that reason, I'm going to let him to the gen because I don't really care about if he does it or not. Then this girl is going to, I don't know what that was. He like lagged forward. I was so mad. I was like, what? So because of that reason, I'm going to go after Jeff now because now I know that the girl is on the ground. So all I have to do now is go after Jeff because Jeff is the last person who is alive. Also, I'd rather him not do the generator. That way the girl's gonna have adrenaline and just get up free. Put a drone up. Don't use my radar trying to figure out where she is or drone where Jeff is. But before I do that, I'm going to try and hook this girl. I also want to put I also want to put drones on the exit gates in case the guy does finish the last gen. So here goes Michaela. We're gonna hook her. Not Miller, no, that's Kate. I lied. That's Kate. So Kate over here has ball over. I hate this perk, but I'm gonna go be able to, I'm still gonna be able to hook her on this hook right here. But then Jeff's coming out of nowhere, and I'm like, why is Jeff here? That's weird. And then he gets what's it called. Then Kate automatically gets off my got out of my hand. I'm like, what? And I believe Jeff had that perk. I can't remember the name of the perk, but it's like whenever you're near a carried survivor, then the carried survivor can wiggle faster. And also what it does is Jeff moves 7% faster. So I'm gonna try and pretend like I didn't see Jeff right here, but I definitely did. We're going to hit him. And he's gonna drop the pallet. I don't know why they keep doing this. Like, I already hit you. Then you're gonna spawn this pallet, but then they're gonna run past it like I'm not on the other side. They are weird. I know that Jeff is probably the weakest looper. That's probably the reason why he didn't wanna do chases with me, because he knew he would die. So Jeff is gonna get hooked right here, but he's not dead on hook. I don't think we've hooked Kate one time, by the way. That's Jeff's second hook. All I have to do now is try and find Kate. I have no idea where she is. Now I could just camp the what's it called? I could just camp the hook, but I tried to go over here because I realized that this generator has been blocked. Then I hear Kate running to the main building, so I know she's gonna try and go for the save. All I have to do is try to intercept her before she can get the save off. And that's when she runs over here to the other side of the main building. Jeff is gonna be on hook, and he's gonna probably kill himself because he realized that way I'm not gonna win. What is definitely gonna happen. I'm trying to follow Kate, but she's gonna go through the window, which is fine because at the beginning of the game, if you remember, I did break this wall. But she has live. She's gonna be able to go after Jeff and save his life. But it doesn't really matter because I want to kill Kate anyway. Then I'm going after Jeff because I know Jeff is dead on hook, and also I know that he's the last survivor, so there's no point in me not going after him. He does have a little bit of a speed buff because of the fact that he just got off the hook, but it's not gonna matter because I will murder him like I always do. Now I do have no speed boost because of the fact that I don't have any claw traps or anything like that. But it doesn't really matter because of the fact that I was able to down jump. And I remember there being a hook right here, even the last time Kate decided to just get out of my grasp immediately, which made me a little mad. But now Jeff is at a hook. All I have to do now is try and find Kate on the ground. So I'll be right back while I try and find her, because it definitely took me about 5 minutes to find where she was. After eons of searching, I finally found Kate, and I finally found the hatch. But I decided to close the hatch first and get Kate later, because of the fact that I knew that if I picked up Kate, there's a chance she would have bowl over, which she does, and I knew that I would not be able to find a hook and kill her. But luckily she is near a hook, and because of that reason I can easily hook her if I can just get over here. But no, I cannot, because bowl over is a really annoying perk that I really hate. But I don't think bowl over makes you actually wiggle out faster. I think bowl over just makes you make it harder for the killer to be able to find the hooks. So because of that reason, I'm like, why am I not able to hook you? So I'm gonna down her again. Ugh, annoying perk. And then I know exactly where a hook is, so I'm gonna go after the hook right there. And I'm like, I better be able to make this, because I just hate bowl over. I gotta keep changing my camera angle so I can try and get to the worst of the hook. There we go. The girl we never downed and hooked, the girl we never hooked one time, we finally hook her, and now the game is over. 20-minute game of just trying to, basically this game was very simple. It was literally first 2 gens, the first 3 gens really, got done immediately. And then I had to try and protect the last gens, and in doing so, it looks like I'm one of those scrum merchants who only worries about generators, but in reality, you saw the video, you know exactly what really happened. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Yep, she had boil over, and I believe, and then I looked over here, I made for this, we love made for this. But it doesn't really matter because we won the game. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I will see y'all in the next video, which I believe is the video where I believe it's the same build, but the next videos I'll have different builds. But I'll see y'all in the next video. Have a nice day.